Hi friends, this is Mainak Misra and welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss with you Ingmar Bergman's Persona. Ingmar Bergman's classic Persona is one of the most important and discussed films ever. It throws multiple questions at the viewers without any direct answers. In the film, a famous stage actress named Elizabeth suddenly stops speaking. A doctor prescribes her to relocates temporarily to a seaside cottage under the supervision and care of a young nurse named Alma. In the end, and during their stay, they come closer and start feeling for each other. In the end, Elizabeth returns to the stage and Alma boards the bus in her uniform to return to her duties. Bergman's persona raises multiple questions. Why does Elizabeth suddenly stop speaking? Who is the young, handsome man in the mortuary about to touch the projector screen? Do the personal identities of Elizabeth and Alma merge into one? Or they are two different identities of the same person? We don't know the answers. Bergman directly does not give any answer. The film also focuses on multiple important issues like abortion, merging of identities, human psyche, homosexuality, and vampirism. The film starting with multiple sensitive images like starting of the projector screen, a skeleton, a spider, a sacrificial lamb, crucifixion, so many sensitive images, an erect penis. Those images seem to be unrelated. However, they portray human suffering and trauma. Bergman was a master filmmaker whose films always portrayed human suffering, trauma, pain. One of the most important questions in the film: why does Elizabeth suddenly stop speaking? Is it because of her failed motherhood or the atrocities of the world like the Vietnam War and the Holocaust? Or is it one woman's rebellion against the patriarchal world? Or was she bored of stage and acting? Viewers don't know the answers. Bergman only makes viewers contemplate without any direct answers. Another important question: who is the young handsome boy in the mortuary? Is he Alma's aborted fetus or Elizabeth's abandoned child or somebody else? Again, there is no direct answer. However, through this scene, Bergman portrays the pain and suffering of an abandoned child. Nothing in this world can be as painful as a child without a mother. The central theme of the film is merging of the identities. Do identities of Alma and Elizabeth merge into one, or are they two different identities of the same person? In a dream sequence, we see that Elizabeth comes out of her room and Alma and Elizabeth come closer and their identities merge into one. Throughout the film, they look quite similar. Persona in Latin means mask. We wear different masks while dealing with different people. Not always that we portray our true identity. Multiple times, in the influence of other people or situations, we change our identities. We behave differently and we do not represent our true identities. In the end, Elizabeth returns to the stage and Alma boards the bus in her uniform to return to her duties. So they get back to their own identities. In the film, there is also a touch of homosexuality, lesbianism. Elizabeth enters her room. The lights are slowly turned off. The entire room is filled with shadows. And then she becomes absent-minded, contemplating something else, deeply thinking something. When she touches Alma's hands, Alma says, comparing hands brings bad fortune. When Alma narrates her abortion story, Elizabeth consoles her by rubbing her fingers on her cheek. Throughout the film, they appear to be in love with each other. So definitely there is a touch of lesbianism and homosexuality. There is also a touch of vampirism in the film. In a dream sequence, Alma cuts her hand and Elizabeth sucks blood from the wound. Does Bergman show human agony in the cruel world? Does he signify that? Killing, violence, massacre, murder have engulfed this world since ages, and there is no end to it. Life still goes on. Multiple filmmakers follow an escapist route, but Bergman makes it clear in the film that the viewers are indeed watching a film. The film starts with a projector, ends with a projector, and it shows that Bergman and his crew members are filming Elizabeth when she returns to the stage. Bergman's films are always deeply rooted in this world. they portray human suffering, pain, trauma, love, hatred. Everything is shown black and white in front of the viewers. So there is no doubt that the truth would come out of his films. Persona also marks the magnificent black and white cinematography by none other than one of the greatest cinematographers of all time across the world, Sven Nykvist, Bergman's longtime collaborator. Throughout the film, he plays with lights and shadows. Always, either of the actresses is in profile, and he captures the most intimate and personal moments of the true actresses on the silver screen. His camera always brings up the crude emotions, crude human emotions. Persona is also about troubled motherhood. Alma got her fetus aborted, and Elizabeth unsuccessfully tried to abort her baby. But these women don't do this just like that. Humans do such kind of behavior, show such kind of behavior, only when they are pushed to an extreme end and they regret their decisions throughout their lives. It's not that willingly they want to take that type of drastic step. Bergman does not vilify them, instead digs deeper into their psyche. Bergman's own feeling is portrayed in Elizabeth's behavior. He had an operation on his hand, but did not feel the pain of the operation because of anesthesia, as if his body is detached from his soul. The same is reflected in Elizabeth's behavior. There is no doubt that Elizabeth is deeply disturbed. She might have regretted her decision, but she cuts herself from this world. She does not speak anything. She becomes silent. Persona is also about the crisis of truth, and being silent is the closest to the truth. We cannot show our point all the time. Instead of that, Elizabeth did not do anything. She might have been bored with stage and acting, might be disturbed by the atrocities of this world like the Holocaust and Vietnam War. It might be one woman's rebellion against the entire patriarchal world. We don't know. But there is no denying the fact that she was disturbed. And she just separated herself from this world as if nothing in this world can impact her anymore. The idea of persona came to Bergman's mind when he had a chance encounter with Bibi Andersson and Liv Ullmann, two actresses, on a Stockholm street in 1964. Andersson already worked with Bergman and she introduced her close friend Woolman to Bergman, and he immediately asked her if she could be a part of his next project. The uncanny resemblance of the actresses struck his mind, and an image of sunbathing them together inspired him to write the screenplay of Persona that he would complete in next 9 months on a hospital bed where he was undergoing treatment for pneumonia. And both Woolman and Anderson delivered two of the greatest female acting performances of all time. So Persona is one of the most important films ever. And I believe that you have already seen this film. If not, please watch this film. And if you have any comment, put it down below in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please support me by subscribing to this channel and press the bell icon so that you do not miss regular updates. And thank you. Thanks.